Good day, good day, everybody. Today is Saturday, November 29th, 2025. I'll be doing my weekly outlook for the week of Sunday, November 30th, 2025. We're going over the same currency pairs again, AU, EU, GU, and UJ, along with the dollar index. Um, I'll be sharing what I seen last week and how it played out, and then getting into my analysis for what I see potentially taking place this week. Go right into it. So what I seen last week with the DXY was I seen that the dollar was buying, right? And it continued to buy, right? Ultimately by creating a new higher high with a strong decrease in buyer's interest. So broke structure and began to sell, right? So what I can what I see this week is currently that it is selling, right? But the overall bias still buying. Now, because it is currently selling, I would be looking for sales, right? As that'll be the more present opportunity. And I could foresee the market pulling back to this area in here with the ABC type correction and then proceeding lower. Um, if not, because it is still ultimately buying, right? They can break above the structure and then continue to go higher. So with that being said, though, the DXY is currently selling, so that means UJ should also be selling as of right now, and then AU, EU, and GU would be buying at the moment. It doesn't always work like that, but most of the times it does. So moving right on over to AU, and that's what it's doing. So overall, what I seen last week, I saw AU selling. It did not continue to sell lower. Instead, it broke structure. Actually consolidated for a while, then broke structure and began to buy. So due to the fact that it consolidated before um, buying, my bias is a buy for this week. This straight buy is, sorry, this is a straight buy instead of a corrective type buy. And this is a very impulsive uptrend, right? And I don't have any strong areas right now outside of my last structural point that I would like to continue to buy from. There's a decrease in volume, but if we do come back to the structural point here with the ABT type correction, I'll potentially look to continue buying. Outside of that, though, I would like this. If that doesn't take place, I would like to see the market continue pushing higher than in my ABC type collection with the increase in volume. Moving on over to EU, which is strongly correlating. But what I seen last week is on EU, I said that it was selling while the overall bias is a buy. And it looks like, for this overall trend, um, the buys, seem to be happening, right? This is just a long wait. Again, I'm not into looking at that big of a picture. What is actually going on right now, though, is the buy still lines up with the previous week. But as of right now, it's currently buying. Looking at this trend here, and potentially last week, Friday, it looks like it could have actually confirmed to continue higher. I'm not really too zoomed in to see, but it looks like it broke structure here, right? To continue proceeding higher. So what I would like to see for myself to participate in something like this is being that structure is already broken, I would like for a new high to be created, then give me my correction that I like to see. Then I can target this strong area up here. And yeah, you know, take profit at that level. Moving on to GU. Bias for the sell last week on GU. What it did, it broke structure and then completely just invalidated, right? So this trend here has completely exceeded this trend. So it lets me know that I am in an impulse. Now, the correction looks very similar to EU, except how I'm looking at it right now, it did not break this high here. And, some may say, okay, it didn't break your high. Once it does, you could potentially be targeting higher, right? I definitely hold off, right? Because it's a lot going on right now, right? Now, this was a gigantic wick, and normally, um, if it breaks structure, then my bias changes. But with this long wick, it looks the exact same on a 1 minute. So I'm ignoring this wick. I'm ignoring this wick in the current uptrend. And even if I was to place trade swings to breaks here, like the risk reward is not favorable at all. So again, what I want to see for me to take buy, along with my bias for GUs, I want a new high to be formed. Once a new high is formed, I want my correction to take place, and then I could potentially target higher up to the zone that I've identified. Last but not least, we have UJ, and sorry, in this case, it's Yen futures. And my bias last week was a sell. It's still selling, right? It hasn't broken structure, and it just really just danced around within this high and this low here, right? So this looks good, but I'm still hesitant. Why? Because this ADC correction kind of looks impulsive, and I don't want to be guessing, right? So I probably personally would hold off from potentially taking the sell right now. Um, just because this kind of looks impulsive to me. I usually like deep tracements on that B wave, and I don't quite have that. So, in order for me to just continue to look for a sell and potentially partake in this, first I need to see structure broken here, potentially even creating a new low down here, and then I can be patient, my ABC type correction, and then target lower. Now this is a extreme lows, just like UJ it's at extreme high, right? So targets would going to be very very strict as in at this low, and then trailing, or just simply getting out. So that is my weekly outlook for this week. Thank y'all for watching. Have a good one.